So, if you could give any advice to an organization on how to get the best talent, but also how to engage and keep him, what would you tell them?
I would say two things. One is the importance of your middle management. They will play an absolutely pivotal role moving forward. So one, from a recruiting perspective, these are the individuals that do make the hiring and selection decisions. And they're also the ones that are going to have to performance manage and figure out how to retain that talent. So I would say training your middle management effectively, and also giving those middle managers the support they need. I mean, you also have to think they're also employees, they're also dealing with mental wellness issues, how to deal with hybrid work, and really how to manage a remote or hybrid team as well. I think that's a skill set we haven't really trained our middle managers on. So I would lean in hard on everything to do with your middle managers, and making sure that they are well trained and going to be able to hold on to your staff. And then that second concept of how do you personalize all of your processes and approaches when it comes to talent. So whether it's your compensation philosophy and system, how you performance management, how you recruit, all of these need to be highly personalized for your employee base. And it cannot be a one-size-fits-all model.
So a final question, just because whatever you say provokes where they're thinking. So when you say highly personalized yet fair, where does culture come in?
Well, culture, I would say, it's interesting because I think a lot of companies historically have relied on HR to be the keepers and breeders of the culture, which I would argue is not the case. I mean, we all own culture in an organization. And again, I would push this back to really it's the middle managers who are going to be responsible for kind of curating that culture, and really ensuring that it is felt broadly across the organization. So again, I would go back to really training your middle managers and making sure that they're brand ambassadors, and really protecting and curating that culture within the organization.
But to have a clearly defined brand that you want to have, including values and behaviors and rewarding the right things so that everybody can be a culture carrier. Very, very interesting.
Very tough. I mean, brand in the past would have been owned by marketing and comms, and that is no longer relevant in today's world. And in fact, people are very distrustful if messaging is coming from your marketing and comms team. So brand is now owned by all of us, and with the advent of social media, really your brand is what your own employees are saying about you on social media, what they're saying about you when they go to their cocktail parties on the weekend or barbecues. So building that brand ambassador training, I think, is going to be relevant for organizations as well, and making sure all your employees go through it.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here and for the conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you.